It's time for Ask the Expert, your chance to learn something new every day. Let's find out who our expert is today.
Gerry Pantoja. He's with C International. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Barry. Pleasure to be here.
So, question number one, what is C International?
C International stands for Surgical Eye Expeditions. Our organization, our nonprofit, was started in the 70s by Dr. Gerry Brown in providing eye care services. So what he would do to those in need, he would at that time travel to Mexico, travel through other parts, doing weekend trips, eye screenings, surgeries where they could, and it's grown from there. So overall, C now does three primary things. We do international work, where we're providing supplies to our partners who are doing surgeries. We have an education piece, so now training other physicians in those areas so that they can continue doing the work. And then locally, we have several clinics throughout here. So amongst those three buckets, we are helping those who might not have access to eye care, who are in need of eye care, and either performing cataract surgeries where we can, providing screenings, glasses, and helping them just get by so they're no longer hindered by the disability of not being able to see.
Wow, that's quite a good thing you're doing for people. Started back in the 70s, you said?
Yeah, 1974.
Dr. Brown?
Dr. Gerry Brown.
Now, did he do that for free, I assume, for the people?
It did, from what I understand. So I did not have the pleasure of getting to meet him, but from the stories, hearing from folks who did, he just would do these weekend trips, take other physicians with him, take some friends with him, and they would go down. Primarily first it was Mexico, and then just from there it just started growing because these physicians would hear, there's an area somewhere further in Latin America that needs support. Could we get down there? And so it's evolved, it's grown, but at the core, that's what we're trying to do. It's just provide the services and skills that might not be there to just help those community members in need.
And also locally too, right?
Locally.
How many do you have here locally?
We have, when we're all fully up and running, we have 5. So right now we have 4 active clinics. We house one completely ourselves in Goleta. And then in Ventura County, we partner with the Salvation Army, Rotary Club, and Lions Club, and Westminster Clinic in providing services in Ventura, Oxnard, and Thousand Oaks. We have a Lompoc facility, but that one right now is closed, but we're bringing it back up soon.
Wow. Okay, so how does one get involved? What's the first step to learning more about C International?
You can visit our website, so it's SEEINTL.org. There you'll learn all about our international piece, our local piece, and just a little bit more about our board, our staff, and just all the great stuff that's happening. You're also welcome to give us a call. I can't remember my office line, but you can call me. My direct line is 805-586-0755, and you could contact me and I could share some more information, connect you with our team, both on the folks who are doing the international work or the team that's doing the local work.
We're speaking with Gerry Pantoja today from C International, and if you have a question for the expert, you can visit Gerry at SEEINTL.org, or tell them your number one more time.
805-586-0755.
Now, can anybody off the street just walk into a C International facility, or how does that work if somebody is having some trouble?
Sure.
How do they start?
So at our local clinic in Goleta, you can walk in. There is a facility. We do have appointments, so you can come in and schedule. With our Ventura County partners, they are scheduled certain days. So, for example, tomorrow I'll be stopping by our Ventura location on Tuesdays. Our mobile clinic, which again, our partnership with the Lions, the Rotary, Salvation Army, Westminster Clinic, they can go in. So their schedules, I believe it's Tuesday, then there's one on Wednesday, and then Thursday, but they rotate amongst those locations, the Ventura, Oxnard, and Thousand Oaks. But if you go to our website, you'll find the schedule there, and you could stop by and visit.
Wow, incredible work that you do. So what inspired you to get into this field of work, Gerry?
I'll be honest, I fell into it right after college. So I had the luck to go to Pepperdine University, and from there I took advantage of a summer internship program after I graduated. I moved out to Washington, D.C. to just get to know more of the country, and it was during that time I had to apply for an internship, apply for this role. The person says, this is public policy work, you're not going to find any interest in it. Let me introduce you to Director of Development. And the rest is history. What she was kind of sharing me what she needed help with made sense. It was a lot of skills that I kind of already had and I knew I could build off. And I got introduced to our CEO, our Chief of Staff, and at first I didn't know that's exactly where I was going to go, but I really fell in love with the work where I got to work with our board of directors. We were sharing our mission, and my first job was with a small think tank called Hudson Institute. And it was, for me, being from California.
You must have been like 18, 19 years old, right?
20, 21, 20,
okay.
Yeah, right after college.
Wow. And that was in D.C.?
D.C. Again, politics wasn't something I was very interested in, but I had to learn. And I think that forcing myself out of my bubble just really got me excited for the work. And from there, I felt, okay, development work is something I really like because I get to engage with people, share our mission, and if we can make that connection, then they're supporting our efforts. And now it's been 17 years, if I remember correctly, that I've been working in the nonprofit space.
Congratulations on this
Thank you.
Really tough world, and especially nowadays when you're trying to fundraise every which way from Sunday, and there's new kinds of ways to fundraise and everything. You must be an expert in that.
I try to be. One thing that's helped me is I do have my certification. So I have my CFRE, which is a Certified Fundraising Executive. And so, one of the big pieces of it is taking so many education hours a year. So altogether, when I recertify, I have to have 80 hours. And so that really forces me to make sure I'm hearing what are the changes. So as you're talking about, what are the new tools available to us as fundraisers that we could use to share our message, connect with our donors, make it easier for our donors to make a donation. So it's ever evolving.
Can you give us an example of something new that has maybe worked for you, or something that, a success story from C International or from your own trajectory? So
with C, I would say most recent thing is plan giving. It's always a piece where folks thinking about how they want to possibly leave a larger impact for the organization. And so we had to clean our program up a little bit. As I came in, we knew who our folks were. I reached out to a couple of them. We're learning now some more significant gifts that will be coming our way down the road. But all it took really was a form, just updating it for them so they could share those details, because more importantly, we want to keep track of who they are and keep them engaged, share our updates. So that was, taking this form and putting it up online so folks could fill out. That was just
a little update.
A little update. That was a quick win.
That's cool.
I would say past experiences, a lot of it's just creating the space, the education space for folks to know what they could do, because there's so many different ways to give. Donor advised funds are a new thing in the space where folks give to, I forgot the technical term, but they give to like a Charles Schwab. They get the tax.
Like a third party guy, something in the middle, and then they delineate the funds.
Exactly. So they get the tax benefit right away from making that contribution to their donor advised fund, and then they're allowed to distribute as much as they like over the course of as long as there's funds available to any organization they want to support. Well, one thing we've been sharing is folks that, should something happen or you would consider, you could leave an organization as a beneficiary for that fund. So again, just there's a lot of little things that just bring it to someone's attention. And most of the time, we always recommend that they also talk to the financial experts or wealth advisors, because we know enough, but they should talk to the expert on what matters most, what makes the most sense for them.
Get your own opinion.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how does one get involved with C International? Let's say someone wants to become a volunteer. Do you have volunteer opportunities, or is that something?
Yeah, we do. So our warehouse, our facility in Goleta is primarily our warehouse. So our team needs help just packing things up, sending it to our international partners when a program's ready. But we do have opportunities where you could join a doctor on a trip to travel, to visit and volunteer on site.
That's cool.
Right now we actually are partnering, one of our partners is Johnson & Johnson, and they had a program where several of their employees were selected to join us on some of our trips. And so we're coordinating them to meet with our partners and visit and see the impact that Johnson & Johnson's having with our partnership in supporting the local communities.
Gosh, that's so awesome what you do, Gerry. We're speaking with Gerry Pantoja. Pantoja?
You got it.
Okay.
Pantoja, yeah.
We're speaking with Gerry Pantoja from Sea International today on Ask the Expert. And if you have a question for the expert, you can call or text 833-346-4626. That's 833-346-4626. Or Gerry, what's the website again and the phone number?
Sea International, and that's SEEINTL.org. And you can call me directly at 805-586-0755.
And you're going to answer the phone and say hello?
I will answer the phone and say hello.
Wow, that's so cool. All right, well, what's next for Sea International? What's the forecast for the next couple years?
I think it's really one of the things, as I've come on board since August, what we're seeing is that education piece, that growth. Our Chief Executive Officer, Don Bell, really likes to say, has a great way of phrasing it. It's the compound interest that we're being able to provide to our community partners, where the bread and butter had been for so long is the short-term programs, going into whether it's Ecuador or Guatemala and doing a program for like 5 to 10 days. But now with one of our partners in India, we're in there training the next wave of technicians, the next wave of nurses, so that they can continue doing that work, which is now I feel we're doing two things at once. We're serving the community, those folks who need to have sight, to be able to continue serve, whether it's working, helping their families, so many things that just helps the individual see. But now we're providing a pathway for those who might want to have a career to elevate their family, elevate themselves out of poverty to serve. I just heard a story from one of our partners in India where one of the students, typically a family in India is maybe making $1,200 a year. One of the participants in this new technician program can triple that potentially, and they're seen as, they said, they're called doctors, though they don't have that formal title, but they're seen like that in their community. So it's just, we're really doing some really neat things in that space, in the education front.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, if you'd like to support Sea International, SEEINTL.org. They're a nonprofit organization, right?
We are. Yeah.
And great success. Keep it going, man. Are you going to open up any other ones? Are you good with 5 right now in the area?
The hope is too. There's so much need. What's helpful in the Ventura County area is our mobile clinic. So it's right. We have the partnership with Westminster, but we have a mobile van that can get out to folks and meet them where they're at. We're looking and trying to figure out how we can continue expanding that.
Yeah, get the fleet going.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a great thing you do. Well, Gerry, thank you for coming on Ask the Expert today. Gerry Pantoja from Sea International. Thanks for coming on. Anything else you'd like to tell them?
No, again, just if you'd like to learn more, where we're at, Sea International, SEEINTL.org, or to call me directly at 805-586-0755. But Barry, I appreciate this time. Thank you for giving me a chance to share a little bit more about Sea and the nonprofit space.
Thank you, Gerry. Thanks for coming on.